Well, hello there, it's Beards and Bangers, and today we're at one of the few winter car shows that are about. Yes, we're in Brackley, Northamptonshire. We're going to have still cars coming in. We're in the town centre, it's about 5 degrees, really cold. Let's get into this glorious town centre classic car show. Yeah, so Brackley's a small market town. It's on the sort of the little triangle corner of Buckinghamshire, Oxfordshire, Northamptonshire border. Small town, not that big. Lovely old historic sort of market high street. We're in the high street. The council, the organisers have got the high street shut off, and that means that a lot of cars can get parked up in here. We're going to try and get around all of them, I think. We'll try and do it in about half an hour, which will be a bit of a challenge, but we'll have a go. So, starting off, we've got something vintage here. It's a Wolseley. Isn't that lovely? Wolseley little coupe. That is beautiful. What model is it, sir?
It's a Wolseley Hornet Sports Coupe.
A Wolseley Hornet Sports Coupe. So Wolseley reused the Hornet name a few times.
1932.
1932. So it's a true. It's veteran, let alone vintage. So yeah, beautiful vintage car. So thank you. I'm gonna whiz round because I've got a lot of cars to look at in half an hour. Datsun's 240Z has just pulled up on the end here, that's quite a beautiful thing. That's very clean indeed. That's a absolutely lovely bit of kit. MGB just in British Racing Green, just coming in behind me. Not sure that Jetta's part of it. Got a few Capris here today. So we've got a 1600 GT. There is a pale blue one up in the sort of main square, which we'll have a look at in a sec. Focus ST, that just looks parked. Well, it is, to me, that's a classic. Rubber bumpered BGT, and then over here we've got, so I'm going to have to watch what I'm doing, so we are on an open road. Got another BGT. Very clean, very clean. And then an Innocenti. Now what Innocenti is this? Innocenti E. I've got a feeling there was a tie-up with British Motor Corporation or British Leyland with these cars. But what has sort of stolen the attention down at this end of the high street is this Renault 5. Quite something. This isn't just any old Renault 5. It's a Renault 5 Turbo with the full body kit. Got a little side exit exhaust there, so it's got the engine in the rear. The engine's in there, so yeah, that I imagine sounds absolutely stunning. Z4, which is very nice. Not sure if that's part of the. Let's not forget we are in a high street situation here, so there is actually residential buildings in this area, so people are parked up. But we have got various classics like that MGB over there, Triumph Stag in Old English white there, Triumph 2000 Astura. So that's nice. See the rare estate version of one of these. That's quite something. Saab 99 is this? Don't see many. Yes, 99. I could have bought one of these years ago. So it was offered to me, but I was very young at the time, and I wouldn't have. Well, would have broken me to take it on because I had other shitty projects as well. T6 T5 is it? T5 Transporter and a Moggy Minor. Mark 1 Mondeo, so that's nice to see one of those here, if indeed it is part of the exhibition. Another BRG MGB, and then we've got this Chevrolet El Camino pickup. That's a very low slung, wide piece of car. We have got an MGF with a lovely red hardtop. That's very nice. And then an Alfa, what is it, Brera? Well, it's lovely. Yeah, that's the one to have. The V6. The V6 Brera. Very nice looking cars. I do need to do an Alfa at some point because it's a car that I've not done on the channel. It is a Brera, isn't it? Sure it is. Sure it is, unless I'm misidentifying it, because it's always possible with me. Some bikes here as well. There's always a good selection of bikes. Not going to try and talk about them. Got something else American here. Let's have a little look at this. God, look at that bonnet on that. That's quite something. That's a Chevy Camaro, I think. Wow, what a car. Another Chevy here. And then we're into the kind of main. I have to hold you up a little bit so you can see. So this is Brackley High Street. It's a really nice little town. Nice for me to come to a show like this as well, because it's literally 35 minutes from where I live. So it's quite pleasant. Now this is quite something. This looks like a Bentley. And that is one hell of a car. It is a Bentley. And that is absolutely immaculate. That is glorious. There's another one. It's quite interesting. You've got your racing windscreen, your racing little shields, deflectors, and then you've got a folding windscreen in front. And then over here we've got another Bentley. This is a supercharged, so a bit smaller this one, but this is a supercharged variant because we've got it's got a bit of a car wheel there. But there is our blower. So that's, and this, yes, I have seen this before. This is the one that's powered by sustained fuels. So sustained fuels are making synthetic petrol, which I think could be the future rather than all this electric car nonsense. Keep wandering round. We've got MGTC, that's beautiful, with a police badge. So did the police use TCs? Who knows? Who knows? We've got an Austin 7 Special down there, and then we've got a Ford V8. Oh, look at that Pilot, isn't it? But that's hot rodded. So that's interesting. And then we've got something British and classic next to it. I want to say this is a standard. Oh, wonderful! It's a standard. But what model is it? A Pennant, perhaps? That's stunning. Lovely, 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 lovely. And then round here we've got the front of this one. Sunbeam. So a couple of independent, when those two marks were independent, Standard and Sunbeam. Of course, Standard merged with Triumph, which then became part of British Leyland ultimately, and then Sunbeam, of course, became part of the Roots Group. Burlington. Is that a kit car, or is that? Did they come like that? Someone will no doubt tell me in the comments. There'll be someone who's knowledgeable, particularly so anyone from Hellfire or Chiltern Vehicle Preservation Group is watching. A couple of Morris 8s. These are lovely things. Look at that, sort of the small family saloon of the 1930s, and then a coupe version here. We've got something very old coming here. Looks like a Model T, is it? Coming in very slowly but very surely. So I'm going to get out of the way and let them park, and we'll go and look at this. Herald. No, Vitesse, I think. Vitesse convertible. If it was a saloon, I'd be all over it. That's lovely. And then we've got a TR. This would be a 4A. I like the colour. I do like this blue in the. Yeah, it's a 4A RS. Sure, I've seen that one before with that mud registration plate. We've got some more stuff down, so this is gonna maybe this will have to be a longer video. Apologies folks if this ends up being like 40-50 minutes, but there are some glorious mix of cars here. Rolls-Royce something, don't know Rolls-Royce models for toffee. So Mark 1 Golf GTI, that's just great. Who doesn't like one of those? And it's got that lovely red colour, and it's got the lovely red kind of pinstripe seats with a 80s mobile telephone on the dash. Another big roller here. Again, don't know what it is. Just walk past it. But we know that one's a Silver Shadow because it's got it written on the back. There are of course several minis here. This is a sort of early 1980s mini Sprite, and a rather beaten, a rather nice sort of pewter colour. That's quite an attractive thing. We'll move away from the music. Another Beetle and another, a Vitesse saloon. Here we go. Right, time to get excited. Look at that. Isn't that superb? So that's a Vitesse 2 litre, so it's a later Vitesse. That blue is particularly nice. That stripe down the side is particularly nice. Oh, No, sadly there's no for sale sign on it, but I've just got the classic Riley Kestrel, of course, 1968 Riley Kestrel. So we need to get that one dealt with before we start looking for these. But this is really what I'm after, is one of these as soon as possible, because I think they're lovely. Just look at that, isn't that absolutely fantastic? Got some more minis up here. We've got a Magnet. We'll zigzag a bit just so we try and be efficient, but that Magnet's lovely. Got a bit of pattern. It's not the shiniest car in the world, but I like that. I like cars that look used, look worn. Yeah, and that's really nice. A single color red Magnet. That's really quite something. That's all greater than some of its parts, but I like it. Some kind of hot rod going on down here with a rather big block straight six engine under the bonnet. Got some more stuff around here. This is just all going through 3-4 lines, so we've got to keep kind of going in and out. So Ford Puma, seen a few of these this year, really nice. They're becoming modern classics very rapidly indeed. Peugeot 205 1.9 GTI with the rally livery on it. That's just lovely. I know a couple of my friends stroke viewers will get very excited by the sort of two French sporty cars I've seen this morning. So obviously the Renault 5 Turbo down the way, and this 205 as well, beautiful. MGB, we won't go around every one because there's so many. Ford Anglia, that's lovely. Now this, and this the car that I recognise coming in. This is what is it? I recognise it. Let's have a look round the front. Hotchkiss of Paris, yes. Yeah, brand that I don't know much about. Yeah, there's the Toyota Tercel, I think, that we see about the place a fair bit. There it is. We saw that at Cheersley for the first time, then it was at Rustival a couple of weeks later. So TR6, gorgeous. Is this Neil's? I'm not sure. Don't think so. But he'll watch this, no doubt, and he'll tell me. Another TR4A, another B, plenty of those. Standard 8, lovely. Again, this is another classic that I would definitely consider either a Standard 8 or a Standard 10. And this is quite good because we can see the badge. There's the Standard badge, which you can really see where the Triumph badge came from with these. So of course, Standard was the quality kind of brand, and Triumph was the sporty brand, but it was Triumph that won through. Yes, not much to say about that really. And then another beach buggy. The Yaris, I suspect, is not part of the not part of the show. I think that could well be a local's vehicle. We won't dwell on it. Looks a bit dumb, doesn't it? Morris or Austin or just Mini. Don't know. Hasn't got a badge on it, but yeah, minivan, lovely. Just love that basic front end where there's no separate grille. Really good. There's lots of minis. That's nice. That's a Cooper. That's lovely. Yeah, plenty of minis. Well, again, there's lots of minis. We won't go around everywhere. I'll try and get them all in, but we're not going to go and visit with every single one because it will take too long. Oh my God, another Triumph Vitesse 2 litre saloon. Yeah, that's what I want, but maybe not in that colour. It's a bit too lilac for me. I think it's lilac. Now this Corvette Stingray, I heard coming in, and this thing does sound quite magnificent. I suspect they've got some kind of Edelbrock or Holly 4-barrel downdraft carburettor on there. But that's a very clean example, and it's a very nice looking example as well. More minis. We'll remember where we got to. We got to that SL Mercedes. So we've got so many cars to look at. So we'll use the Corvette and the Mini over there as a marker. So we've got a W. It's not a W anything. It's a Mercedes of some description. Big old 300 SEL with a chuffing great big engine. And that's all kind of rally liveried up. That is superb. Golf GTI, Hi, all right. Golf GTI. So I reckon it's fairly local. I'm seeing people I know, which is really nice. No, Golf R32. Sorry, Focus ST 170. The Mini I don't think's part of it. Oh, classic Mustang. No, it's not. No, it's not. Sorry, completely misidentified that. Jensen Interceptor, but an early one. I think it's an Interceptor. Interceptor Coupe, I think. Another minor 1000. We'll quickly skip past that. What did catch my eye on the way down here? And there's one of my channel members standing over there, which will say we'll just film this Mazda, then we'll say hello to him. This is a Mazda 626 four-wheel steering. When I was wandering down, just looking at the sort of layout of this car show, this thing really caught my eye because it's not a car you see every day anymore. Yeah, quite something. That's really quite, yeah, that's really good to see. Yeah, absolutely, quite advanced. Obviously, I think it's Mitsubishi as well had the four-wheel steering on the Galant. GT6 here, Lewis, if you're watching, there's one for you. I'm just trying to find where Aaron's gone. We'll keep going until I relocate. Always nice to see Aaron. Where did we get to? So we saw the GT6. We've got the 2,500 injection. So this is the PI, and then we've got a TR7. I think it's a TR7, not a TR8, and then another MGB. Always loads of those, and we're back here, so we can now get back into this some kind of great big American beast of a thing here. Some kind of kit car. It's not a Marlin. Interesting. Land Rover. Oh, what's this? Is this a one? No, it could be a 130. It's a very, very long wheelbase. I was wondering if that's got like a chassis extension. That's got a high ab, and it's got a pickup. Is it 130?
No.
It's not. I'm videoing, by the way.
It's a Series 3, so it's a 126.
Ah, so it's not a 130. It's a Series 3. So it's, of course they had slightly different wheelbase expressions of size. So it's 126. But that's quite something.
130 is only a 127, isn't it?
Yeah, to round it up.
Yeah. So if you put the same extension in a Series 3,
yeah,
you get 126.
There we are. So Series 3. I like that. The high ab in the middle, pickup bed in the back. Fantastic. Really, really good. V8 petrol. Yeah. So the Rover V8 under the bonnet, 4.35 standard 3.5. What we got from Buick back in the 60s. So quite stunning. Willie's Jeep, no sniggering. XJ6, I think it's a Daimler. Yes, XJ6 Jag, which is remarkably clean, given that they often dissolve. XJS, that's very beautiful. And a TVR something. Another Capri, a late one this time. Injections, a 2 litre, I think, this one. Hard to tell without. It's the 2.8. It's the one that I would certainly go for. And then a big Healy, 3,000, I think. Yeah, just a Healy 3000. Another Landy. Civic I don't think's meant to be part of the show. I think that's just parked up. Then we've got a Mark 1 ZS hatchback in trophy blue. I'm not sure. Do I know this car? I'm not sure. Don't have to know them all. I suspect it's a. We'll have a look at the rev counter. It's a petrol. I would suspect it's a 120, but you never know. But that's very clean. That's trophy blue when it's clean. Does look nice. Got a Cortina, Mark III Cortina GT here. That's. Have we seen this one before? I think this might have been a thumbnail. I think this car may well have been a thumbnail. I'm just trying to avoid getting my shoulder in this lady's photograph. But I'm pretty sure we know this car. And because it's yellow, that will probably be the thumbnail of today's video as well. Pilgrim, we did learn about those at Cheersley, but I've forgotten all my knowledge. Porsche Boxster, and then Primrose Yellow MGB. So I said I wasn't going to go around all the MGBs, but when I see something, any car in Primrose Yellow, I get very excited because it is one of my favourite colours on a car, and that's very nice. Range Rover Classics, of course, it's got the 2 doors, which they all had up until, what, sort of late 70s, early 80s, something like that. And that is an early 80s example. I'm just trying to work out where I've got to, so we're going to dart across. We'll remember that Herald sitting under there. We've got a Fiesta. So did we see this Golf GTO? No, we haven't. So we've got another Golf GTO. We've got a Fiesta modified, certified shitbox. There we are, very good. And then we have got an actual. This is definitely a Jensen Scepter. Big old lump under the bonnet, either 6.9 or 7.2 V8. Very juicy, very, very valuable cars now. Ford P or F something pickup, massive. That Mercedes 300 SL is very, very clean. That's lovely. So packing a straight 6, look at that. Very, very clean. RS Mark II Focus, that's nice. And a Mark II ST. I do think they've got some really good character, these cars. They're very, very characterful motors. And if we just wander back over here, another Porsche. And then we've got, I think we know this car, Holden Monaro. So, General Motors' answer to various V8 sports cars. Yeah, this thing shifts. I've seen this thing being driven in the wild, and it does really move. Just keep an eye on 155 mile an hour, which I presume is limited.
No,
it's not. That's actually the top speed. So this is your car.
Yeah.
So it's not the Holden Monaro I was thinking of. So there's another chap in Aylesbury area owns one as well.
Just up there.
So you're Northampton. So there's one in Bucks as well, which is very similar, same colour.
145 of them still on the road.
145 in the UK. Yeah.
Well, they're only made for the UK.
Yes.
Originally.
Yeah. Yes. Stunning cars. I need to get myself out in one at some point. So if this gentleman remembers the name Beards and Bangers, he can maybe get in touch. So, another minor 1000. And then where did we get to? We got to this Range Classic, didn't we? So there's another. All right, another Herald. Again, I expect that Civic and Fiesta are just parked up because military Landy, and then we've got a Trabant van. That's quite something. Again, the cars that have a lot of interest are very hard to film because there's lots of people gathering around them. This MG TF I saw on the way in here with a very nice E30, which I sort of recognised, so we'll see if we find the E30 in a moment. Another Porsche, that one's got track body kit. Mark 5 or 6 Escort convertible. Oh, look at this, didn't spot that. It's quite hard to see everything. So we have got a Fiat Panda, what I think is a 4x4.
I'd really like to.
That is quite something. Yeah, you don't see these on the road at all, really. Now, you'd obviously the modern ones, but yeah, that is quite, and that's in amazing condition, given that Fiat Pandas used to love dissolving. They did it for pleasure. Modified minor there, but what I wanted to home in on is this Austin Maxi. Complete with wheel chock under there. It's pretty clean. So it's a later Maxi. So you've got the sort of the what would become the Austin Rover logo on the front. It's a 5-speed manual, so that was quite something. But yeah, there we are. There's our Maxi. Great, massive legroom.
You're talking a silly money ago,
Yeah, decent bit of kit. Those decent bit of kit. We've got a forward control. Always lovely seeing one of those. There's a few P6s here dotted around. I'm going to have to shoot over again. So that's right. That's just a 2000. So that's every man Rover P6, absolutely superb. We've got a Marina. Marina with fat mini light tyres, or fat mini light wheels, that's quite something. Another Mini, and then we've got a Wolseley. I always forget the designations on these. It's a Farina Westminster body. 1560, that's it. So Wolseley 1560. We'll wander back over here. The Jaguar XJ, I suspect, is just someone's car. It just looks parked, but that's modern Jaguar XJs are seriously nice looking bits of kit. Again, I suspect that's not part of the show. That hot rod's interesting. It's got a V8 under there, crammed in. But look, we've got a Volvo Amazon 122S. So this is the Saints car. And that really is quite something. That's stunning. As the Primrose MGB, oh, that B series engine sound lovely. Isn't that fantastic? Yeah, Volvo 122S, absolutely gorgeous car. Of course, this one evolved into the 1 series and then the 2 series, the 240, of course, being a iconic shape. Yeah, so we're actually doing quite well. We're hopefully not going to overrun and make this a massively long video for your Sunday between Christmas and New Year evening. That's the E30 I saw on the way in here. That's very nice. BBS alloys, 5-door. We'll let them off. It's a 316. That's, you know, it's a pretty basic model, but made to look a bit smarter. But absolutely very nice condition, very clean car. I like that a lot. And then we've got a Bauer convertible, I would suspect. That's a 320. It's probably that will have a straight 6. Big an E30 with 2 litres. That'll be a straight 6 under there. That's, yeah, another very clean example. 205. What? I think it's probably just quite a basic model, but isn't it lovely still? Can't tell because it's been debadged, but yeah. Look at that, French style registration plates. Absolutely superb. Now this Tomcat came in a little earlier. It's left-hand drive. We have got some information in the window, which we'll try and have a look at. Class of 94. So it's obviously a Dunlop Rover Turbo Cup. So this will be a 220 turbo. I love that paint scheme. Interesting that it's left-hand drive. And there's some sort of certificate for Brands Hatch, Silverstone Motorsport Limited. But isn't that superb? And that's very clean. We missed a couple of cars out, so we're having to double back. There's not as many cars here as I first thought. This 3,500 is beautiful. Interesting wheels and lovely kind of orange, or kind of burnished colour seats, or box pleat fabric seats. Another Porsche. We've got a bit of a line-up going on down here, so what we'll do is we'll go up and then back down again. Corrado VR6, that's lovely. And then a Mitsubishi Evo. That's an Evo 6. Got another minor. We've got a Toyota MR2. Look at that. Haven't seen one of these for a while. This kind of shape. Isn't that lovely? So this, of course, is the third iteration of the MR2, so quite different to the first two. This Old English White Stag is lovely, and it's being wiped to within an inch of its life, which is good. You've got to when the roads are as caked in crud. Because of course Brackley, same as Aylesbury, Brackley is afflicted by HS2 as well. So coming in here, there's a lot of road works and debris on the road. Another Mini, and then we've got a Mustang. I've seen that one before. Mustang 5 litre, and then we've got a Citroen DS. Is it a Palace? I don't know, but it's lovely. I think these are one of the most beautiful cars ever built. Yeah, that's really quite something. And then the Ford, something completely different behind it, a Ford Prefect, so kind of very nicely styled. Yep. But yeah, sort of everyman car, Bentley GT of some sort. Another classic range, that one a 5-door. We've got another P6, but this is a 2000 TC. So of course this has got a bit more go in it, and we've got another British Racing Green. I think we saw this one coming in earlier, that British Racing Green GT. There's more. So we've got an E36 Touring that's been significantly modified. Interesting sort of rivets on the body panel joints. That's an interesting looking car. So that's, yeah, a bit different. We've got a Mark 1 Fiesta with very, very wide, perhaps a little bit too wide. We shan't say anything, I like it. BBS wheels, that's very pleasing on the eye. So we'll go up this side and then work that again. Fiesta, Sierra. Let's have another Porsche. There's a lot of Porsches here. And we've got a BMW 5, I think. Is it a 5 or 7? Looks like a 528. There we are. So 528. Couldn't tell because it's got his arse up in the air because we're on a hill here. So, but there we are. There's our ubiquitous straight six engine. That's a very clean engine bay. I've got some work to do to make mine look like that. We'll keep wandering up here. Another XJS. That's good. We're getting quite busy here, but we shall persevere. Another Mini. Then look at this. How screamingly French is that? Citroen, probably a Diane actually, van with that corrugated body that Citroen like to do. Is this? We've seen this car at Cheersley, I'm sure. GT40 replica. We've got another Porsche behind there. Another Porsche. There we are. And then we've got a Bond Equipe, which I think we've seen this car before. Look at that. Beetle with Porsche alloy wheels coming in behind it. Got some more stuff on the other side of the road actually, so we'll try and shuttle. Another military Land Rover, which is fantastic. Look at that. Isn't that great? Another Boxster. I think the Zoe and the Astra again, so there's part of the town centre furnishing. Another MG. Do I know this one? Let's have a look at the registration. No, don't know that one. BU51. Is that a private? Because it's TF. Is that a private plate? But that's quite nice style with that splitter on the front. I like that a lot. And we've got an Amil car, a little two-seater. Well, I think it was me driving. That'd be a one-seater, but there we are. Kind of everything. TVR. Something. I think that's it in this row. We'll just walk to the top of the hill and then walk back down again. So another, doing well for these today, XJSs. I think that's the third or fourth we've seen. Lotus Elite. Now look at that, in that colour as well. That's quite supreme. That is lovely, isn't it? Oh my goodness, that's cool. Another old English white stag, and then we've got a dolly. A dolly behind it, but what dolly is it? It's a manual, so it's not Simon Easton's. It's a 1500, so Dolomite 1500, so sort of intermediate version. We've got more Porsches. There's so many Porsches here today, it's unreal.
He had one of the
Cayman GTS. Wait for this gentleman, there's people taking some wonderful photographs. And we've got TVR. And then another 2.5 PI, so that's really good to see two of those. They are nice looking things, let's be honest about it. I think Mrs. Jeffries from Smashing Pistons posted one that had been slammed in a kind of lovely brown, 70s brown colour. I think it actually looked quite nice. I'm not a big fan of things that are too heavily modified, but that one was nice. The Toyota Auris, I think, is actually part of things because it's low and it's wearing some interesting alloys. So that's an Auris before they became very Aurisy with all their hybrid train. This looks Mitsubishi. It's a Lancer, but it's a 1989 Lancer. And that's quite the thing, isn't it? We've got a couple of moderns there. They've got a McLaren, and we've got a great big roller, another one. over there, which we won't go up too close to because I'm trying to just keep a track of where I am. Is this trying to starlet? I think it is. There's no clues in the back, but I'm pretty sure that's a starlet. And that's pretty. Look at that rear bumper with the kind of styling and the twin stainless steel coming out the back. That's quite something. Got another big vintage roller. Look at that grille on the front. That's interesting. Bit of Scooby for you. And then look at that. This is something that catches my eye. So, an Audi from the UK before Audi really took off in the UK.
Sorry, I'll get out.
No, you're quite all right.
Want to look inside?
Is it yours? Oh, perfect.
Yeah, sure.
If you don't mind.
Yeah.
So Audis of this era. I mean, this is a Y-Ridge. What's that? 1983, I think. So I think I didn't do a video, but I did a photograph of an Audi 100 that was on an F plate. But this 82. So this is in 1982, Audis were not a common sight on the roads of the UK. But yeah, isn't that fantastic? So it's an automatic. You have got a rev counter. It's German. You've got a rev counter. But yeah, look at the lovely rectangular binnacle. Lovely, varying shades of brown everywhere, which I think is fantastic.
It's got less than 30,000 miles on it from new. I've known the car since it was new.
So the lady here has known the car since new, which is quite something, and it's got less than 30,000 miles. And there's the engine, and that looks very much to me like a five cylinder. So is it a V5 or just straight 5?
Straight 4.
So straight 5. There we are. So I've learned something this morning. So an Audi 80 from 1982, less than 30,000 miles on the clock.
Preset cursor to the Quattro, Audi Quattro 5-cylinder.
Okay, so yes, just I don't think the microphone picked up what the gentleman said, but precursor to the Quattro, absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much for showing it to me.
Welcome.
Thank you very much indeed. There we are. That's brilliant. That did catch my eye, I have to say. Bit of a Mercedes A-teamish style van going on there. Scirocco did a video on one of these a few weeks ago, so check that out. I'll put a link up in the info box above. Mark II Escort with that plastic sort of square grille on the front. That's a Mexico as well, or it's still got a Mexico sticker on it. But yeah, that's just glorious. Spotted something else as well, which I think I know. It's not Mercedes, it's actually a T4 with Mercedes wheels. That's a bit different. Land Rover lightweight. These things are fun to drive. They sort of go a bit everywhere. Another Mini, and then we've got another. This is a Mark 1 Mondeo. Look at that on K plate. So that is early, folks. That is a really early Mondeo, and that has actually worn very well. Look at that. Maybe a bit damp inside, but most cars of that era are a little bit damp inside. Porsche revving up behind me. I shall not make any comment. We'll go back to this because I'm pretty sure we saw this at Cheersley last year, so 2023. But yeah, it's a limousine Volvo 740. Just checking the front, make sure it's not 760. But yeah, we did. So yeah, that was in my Cheersley video from 2023. Modern Bentley here. We'll whiz down the hill again now. So sorry. We've got a Vitesse. It's got a Vitesse front. But it is. It's is that? Did try and make a Vitesse estate like that? Not sure. Answers not on a postcard because I'm not giving you my address, but answers in the comments down below. Did try and make a Vitesse estate? I didn't think they did. So I'm just wondering if that's a 1360 with a Vitesse front, possibly a Vitesse engine, and a Vitesse 6 badge on the back. Maybe they did make a few. It could be a special. Who knows? We don't know. So if anyone does know, or the owner of the car's watching, then do get in touch. We've got another Escort. This looks like a Mark 1 because of its cavaciousness. So Mark 1 Escort with its dog bone. See the bone shape, for those of you who don't know? That was a Triumph at some point. That's definitely just parked up here. That's lovely. El Camino, Chevrolet El Camino, and then we've got TR2. Dear little things. Look at that. Isn't that lovely? British Racing Green. Very brave coming here without their hood up today. And we're nearly done. 2CV green. That's clean, isn't it? Look at that. And a little Austin 7.
And there's long way until there.
Freelander 2. Is that part of the show? I don't know. I suspect not. I suspect that's probably someone's everyday car, because there's still a lot of these. There's a hell of a lot of these on the road around here, actually. Pontiac Trans Am. We saw that earlier. I'm just keeping my bearings so I don't repeat anything. Morris Cooper S, and that's stunning. That is very, very clean.
I would take that.
That I would like to hear start and drive. Another 3,500. We've done well for this. That has got MGB GT V8 wheels, or V8 MGB GT style V8 wheels. So that's interesting. And not out of keeping. Now this is an interesting little thing. I'm going to have to look at the. It's a Turner. So we saw some of these before, didn't we? 2 Turners in a little line. They screamed triumph at me for some reason, but again, I've forgotten the information I was given at the time, so I'm not very good at retaining stuff like that. Classic Mustang, that's beautiful. Another Moggy, but this one is a pickup with timber, so that's really quite nice. Another minor 1000 with a dual paint scheme. It's a GMC, General Motors truck, very loudly manoeuvring into place over here. Now here we've got a Volkswagen Scirocco Mark II, I think this will be, and that's quite something. Not a car you see a lot of these days. Very, very, very attractive cars, I think. Which do you prefer, the modern Scirocco, you saw one of those a moment ago, or do you prefer this sort of more classic shape? Ferrari of some description, another minor. We always get so many minors here. We've got a few cars to look at on the other side of the road here. People are manoeuvring, so it's not the longest show in the world. People can come and go up till 1 o'clock. We've got another mini clubman estate there. Vauxhall Viva, 2-door saloon, very clean. Very, very nice kind of duck eggshell colour. MG Midget, Mark II, I think. Again, very clean. Another minor 1000. Did we say we got to? Right, we're here. Yes, we got to about there. So these cars we haven't seen. So RS 2000 Mark II, which is quite stunning. Lotus Esprit in yellow. That's just superb. And then we've got a Lancia 13S. I think this one was it. Yeah, not a Fulvia. Don't think. Here's a Fulvia 13S, there we are. Stunning. And then we've got, is this a Humber? No, it's not Austin A60 Cambridge. Look at that, it's a big old car for the era. So British cars at the time were normally fairly small. Some kind of military vehicle there complete with a Bren gun on top. We didn't see this, so yeah, we are in the right place. We saw that Tomcat, but we didn't look at this beautiful pale blue Capri 1600 GT. Absolutely superb colours, just like that. This colour on an old Ford is, in fact, any blue on an old Ford is lovely. But that is that's a really nice example. And then we've got a little Fiat 500 Topolino. Yeah, I think it is. With that roof, and that's lovely. 500L, dear little things. That's what Fiat should be building, the proper small cars. So where did we get to? We've seen this Mini. Got to go back over here now carefully, without getting. I'm getting whiffs of bacon in my nostrils, so we'll need to go and satisfy that feeling in a moment. We got over there, so we're on the homeward stretch now, folks. So Volkswagen kind of I forget the name of them, but they're like a military vehicle. We've got another classic Mustang here. Another B, that's 6 for sale, £6,495. That seems a very good price. So there's the details if anyone's interested in this rather nice red MGB GT. Audi A5 Quattro. Very jazzy, very snazzy looking lights. The Passat Jetta, I don't think is part of the show. Another BGT. We're not swamped by MGBs today, but we've certainly got a few here. That's a very heavily modified Minor 1000. Ray suspension. Definitely got some sports seats. I won't try and show you because it's got tinted glass. And we've got a few cars dotted in and out. Another Triumph Stag, and then we've got another GT6 around the corner here. We've got something vintage in front of it as well. Let's look at this GT6 in that brown. It's just lovely. Isn't that lovely? Oh, I like that. And then we've got a vintage Ford. Some kind of buggy over. Oh, it's a Marlin. Another Marlin. We always do quite well for Marlins. Go a bit closer because I know a couple of you own Marlins or have owned Marlins. No, those are structural windscreen surround. And I think we're pretty much, other than a couple of cars up here, we're pretty much done. Again, I suspect these cars are just sort of part of the town centre furniture, but that Volkswagen T25, something like that, pickup, crew cab is quite something. That's really stunning actually. That's all jacked up. Probably might be a four-wheel drive version. There's my BMW, so we won't video that because you've seen it before. But we've got a Riley 1.5 in two-tone paint, which is stunning. Look at that, that's popping, that blue. So this is a proper Riley. Unlike my badge engineered Kestrel. We won't dwell on Aaron's Triumph 1300 because we're going to do a video on it when we finally get a sunny day, which might take a few months to appear because it's been pretty grotty over Christmas. The T-Roc I suspect isn't part of the show, but this Mark 1 Fiesta definitely is. A 1.3, God, that would have been a massive engine for a car of that era. So there's our lovely beige 1.3 Fiesta. I'm just going to stand to one side because there is something big. Well, it does look bigger down the hill, but look at that. Stunning piece of kit, absolutely stunning. Morris Oxford, iconic car, and we've got a couple more things to look at, and we're done. We're done. Really nice to have a wander around some cars during the Christmas week when you don't normally expect to. So let's just have a quick look at this and then we'll close. Another, is it a 122S? It is, isn't it? Another one. So that's two of them. This the one we saw earlier has moved, but look at that. Lovely. Another MG TF. And I think we've got a couple more probably more modern cars to look at. So the Audi R8 is lovely, but again, is that part of the show? I don't think so. It's got a lot of condensation on it. And that BMW is very nice, but I think that's probably it. We'll finish on this roller we didn't have a proper look at earlier. So there's the McLaren. We have seen these, but we haven't seen them up close. So we've got a McLaren 750S. Yeah, this is quite an interesting parking arrangement we've got here. So we've got something very modern, and we've got this lovely Rolls Royce. Look at the grille on that. That's quite something. And look at this, actually have a close look in the back of a vintage Rolls Royce. Look at that, proper carpet, that's a rug and a half, and an acre of space in the back. Absolutely superb, beautiful looking thing. Beautiful. There we are. And there we are, there's the Brackley Christmas Classic Car Show 2024. Thank you so much for watching. Yes, we'll bring you some more doing some work. I'm having a bit of a relax this week, so this coming today was nice. Gave me an opportunity to make a video without actually doing anything too physical. If you don't already so, please hit that subscribe button, bell notification, give us a thumbs up, drop a comment down below, particularly if I've asked a question in the walk round. Share with your friends as well, and I'll see you again very soon on the next episode of Beards and Bangers. Goodbye.